welcome. This is Ruth, and today I have a very short video showing you how to put together the Snowflake Creator die set. Now, normally I only put videos and things up with what I've been sent to show you whenever these things come on the Tonic website. This one is actually on Create and Craft and has been a free gift at one stage, I think, and then became available to buy after that. I put my hands up. I don't actually watch Create and Craft because I wouldn't have time to do everything, so I'm not sure really what goes on over there, but I know a lot of people have been asking how to put this together. It's actually really easy. I think there actually are a couple other videos out there, but I've had a few messages asking me, so I'm doing it now, and you'll actually be surprised at how easy this is. If it ever becomes available on the Tonic websites, I'll come back and add a little reminder up in the community posts there or somewhere along the line just to let you know that it is available as well. Anyhow, here it is. It's very small, and you can see I had a bit of trouble getting it off there, so I'm glad I took a couple of photos of it before I started to pull it off that little board. Right, anyway, it makes a beautiful shaped snowflake, and you can cut it out as many times as you like, but I'm going to go for 6. So this shape here needs to be cut out 6 times, and that means that this little piece here needs to be cut out 12 times because you need to add one to each side. So we start off with this shape, and then I've got 2 of these here, so I'm going to put one on each side, and what that does is just reinforce that right down there, and we'll put one on the other side as well. I have used 216 GSM Craft Perfect card for these. That's absolutely perfect because it's double-sided for a start. It's not slippery because obviously it's going to take a lot longer for you to hold on to little pieces of pearlized or glitter card or mirror card or whatever if you're going to hold them together like that. Well, I don't have the patience for it, but you might. It just takes longer. But 216 GSM is very pliable. It's absolutely fantastic for that. And you could even use double-sided paper. Something with a pattern on both sides would be really nice as well. But this is perfect for it. That coral pink and the gold glitter looks lovely together, doesn't it? Anyhow, I've got 6 of those cut. I've already got one made up. And I'm going to show you the really easy and quick way without adding all the little bits and pieces to it. But I'm also going to do one just to show you how it can look differently if you add all those little strengtheners and pieces in here. Because this one actually does make a slightly bigger snowflake. And you can see there all the bits and pieces. First of all, I'm going to show you how just to assemble it like this. That's beautiful. Right. So for each one of these then you just want to curl the end pieces here, all these little pieces with the cutting lines in between, and I just do that. I think sometimes if I go like this with it and hold it up in my hand you get a little crease mark in it, so I just like to do it like that, and that gives it just enough to curl it. And we're actually wanting some to go the other way, but for now what I want to do is put glue on the top tab on the right hand side here. So I'm going to put glue on the right hand side ones, just so you know that you do exactly the same thing on each one. Just there. And I'll get my little pegs ready because these will hold it in place. So with this one here, I'm just going to curl that over and point it downwards. So the top one on the left is coming over and down, and just remember to do that on them all. Don't ask how I know that. Right, now we'll leave the next one and go to this third one down. Do exactly this. Oopsie. Do exactly the same thing. Glue on that part there, and third one down here, over and down. Line up those little pieces there. Make sure the ends meet just in there, and well, you can hold them if you have time, and if you haven't, just do what I'm doing here. Leave one and then go to the next one. So you're leaving one, going to the next one, putting glue on the right hand side, just there. Hold that and bring the next one, missing one, and the next one down, and over and down again. So they're all pointing downwards. That might sound like a silly thing, but okay, I'll admit it. I did one side all pointing down and the other side all pointing up, and it wasn't just the look you want at all. Anyway, turn it over once you've got that done, and those little pegs will just do their work and hold that glue together for a minute or two. These ones then are going to be curled in the opposite direction, but you've actually just curled those slightly anyway in the other direction, and it has made the fibres a little more pliable. So it's very, very easy just to do that with your hand. You don't even need to use the bone folder again for that. Same thing here, glue on there, over and down, and line up the little points. Now you can go ahead and do that for 6 of them. You can actually just do 4 or 5 or whatever, but 6 looks really good, so I'm going for 6. That's the 6 of them all made up, and it's best just to wait until you know that the glue is completely dry, because the last thing you want is for any of those just to spring open while you're working at them. Now, when you set this down, you'll notice that there's a long side and a short side at the top, and same way here. So you want to join these together. See this little fold line up here? It's really just a little marker as to where you can join them together. So you'll put the short side against a long side and glue them right on there. And probably best just to do 2 at a time and leave them until that glue dries, and then you can go ahead and add them all together at the end. But there you have it. Those will automatically just fold into each other there. But put the glue on, make sure that's right and tight together, and then again, these little pegs are so handy for all sorts of things, but I'll just pop one on there and then carry on with the rest of these. So a long side, short side, and a long side together, and I'm just going to put the glue on there. Now you can start to add these together. So again, following the same principle with the short side and the long side together, just glue that right together there up at the top and put another little peg on that to hold it. Well, I'm actually just going to hold it for a minute or two like this before I attempt to put a peg on it. But isn't that gorgeous? And then you can see the gold in it when you move it as well. It's really lovely so far even. I had those all glued together, but I actually thought just before this dried too much, I thought, you know, this is actually going to look better if I do these separately. So I took that one apart again, and I'm just going to glue that one. I thought it looked too bulky in the center whenever I had joined the two together, because there was nowhere that looked really good to join it to hold all these pieces together. So I'm going to hold this one like that, and then this one. See the way they're all adding on to that center point there? Long side, short, long, short, and long. And I'm going to put the glue back on where I had it there and pop that right in there. Now I should really wait until that other one's dry, but that's where it's going. And I'm going to hold all of that together until that glue dries. While the glue is drying on that one, then I'm going to show you how to use these other little pieces, and then that will make it slightly different and will make it slightly bigger as well. So you can see how I've gone ahead and used one here. So there's a little die here that's a little bit odd looking, but looks like a little fat fish to me. Okay, and you'll just turn those little glue tabs back. That's the little lips and the little tail of the fish, and glue those over. And that's going to be a little guide to show you where to glue the center pieces of these into. So fold that over there and there, and just hold that for a second or two. Now that just leaves you enough room to put one of these in. So if you skip one out here and go down to the second one again, you're actually going to put the glue in here this time in the center, and hopefully you can just see there that has left a little lip. So this is the top part and the bottom part here, and you can go ahead and pop, well, just fold that one back for the meantime, pop this one in here, That just fits there, and that will go into the center, and then you'll bring the corresponding one over here and bring it in to meet in the middle there. And there you have it. And if we leave that for a minute or two and let that glue dry, I'll put a little peg on that one too for a minute or two just to hold it. But then you can go ahead with the other dies that are on there, and I've cut some of them out here just to show you. So we've got the little circle with the star on it, and the star comes out, and we've got this little one, and the snowflake comes out, and you can add those on top. Or there's plain ones, a small one and a larger one, or if like me you're too lazy and in too big of a rush to do that, I have a little punch that punches something a similar size, and all I did on that one was pop some glue on there, take my little peg off and put that directly on top. Now again, you can just pop a little peg on to hold that while the glue dries, and you can just follow the whole way down there. But I'm not going to do that at the moment because I'm a little bit pushed for time, but that's how that would look. This of course will be sideways, so those circles will be on all of these points here. But isn't that just beautiful? You could punch a hole at the top there and hang that way, or just whatever you like. And obviously you could have four, you could have, you know, 4 pieces instead of 6, but the 6 is beautiful and just looks really snowflakey. Well, that was short and sweet, but I hope it has helped all of those who are asking me for a video on that. It's a lot simpler than it looks. It's just a little time consuming to fold all those pieces in and hold them, but it's well worth it in the end. It looks beautiful. So if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do that, and you'll see lots more videos like this coming up. Hit the notification bell too if you would like, and if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment down below. And in the meantime, happy crafting. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.